Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be a makeup video. This is the look that I had in my previous video where I was talking about my hair goals, and I was thinking about should I record this or not, and somebody actually commented on the video and asked me if I can do this makeup look. So this is pretty much a really simple look. It did not take me that long to create it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys want to see how I created this look, then just keep on watching. So just to give you guys a fair warning, a lot of the products that I'm going to be using are going to be Fenty Beauty products. They just give me a flawless look, so just wanted to throw that out there and let you guys know before I get started that most of these products will be Fenty. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is my Becca Poreless Primer. I love this primer because it gives me a matte finish and it covers my pores. I like to put a real good amount of this on because I noticed that if I put little dabs on and try to press it in lightly, it won't keep me matte all day. But if I put a good amount on and just rub it on my skin, it'll make my skin really matte all day. So while that's sitting on my face, I'm going to do my brows, and I'm going to use the CoverGirl Perfect Blend brow pencil. Okay, so I just went ahead and did my brows off camera, and now I'm going to use my foundation, and I am using the Fenty Beauty foundation, and this is in the color 440. So this matches my skin tone pretty perfect. I've never had a foundation that looks this flawless on me. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply that. Actually, I'm just going to apply it to one side because I feel like that works better because this foundation dries pretty quick. So I like to just work with one side. And then I'm going to take my beauty blender and blend that in. Now I'm just going to do the other side, and one thing I forgot to mention is that my beauty blender is a little damp. It just works better once I start blending in. And another thing that I want to mention is that I try to get my foundation as flawless as possible, and the way I do that is by blending the mess out of it. So I will sit here for as long as possible and blend, because I get a flawless coverage if I just sit here and blend, and make sure I blend around this area, around my eye area. Okay, so now that my foundation is all on, as you guys can see, it gave me kind of like a flawless look. I like Fenty because it makes your skin look like skin and not like you got a whole bunch of makeup caked on. Okay, so now I'm going to take this NYX Liquid Liner and do a wing liner. Okay, so now I did my wing liner. Now I'm just going to take the Fenty Beauty concealer in the color 390, and I'm going to use this to conceal with. Okay, now I do get a better coverage when I really pack this into my skin like this. So I'll be sitting here like just really packing it into my skin. And I will say also that I did get lucky with the Fenty Beauty products, because like every item that I picked up matched well with my skin tone. So I didn't have to keep returning anything. The only thing I had to return the first time was the foundation, because they matched me for, I think it was $450 or whatever is above $440, which is probably $450. But it was the wrong color. It was like a little too dark. So I actually picked a $440 and it was perfect. And the first time I tried the concealer in $390, that also worked really good. And then I'll show you guys the powder that I picked up that I'm going to use as well, and that also works really good with my skin tone. So you guys will see when I'm all done how well everything blends together. I really like the Fenty concealer. It is bomb. I really love the coverage. I do get a little bit of creasing in this area, but other than that, I really love the concealer. And the powder that I wanted to pick up was in the color Honey. I think they suggest the powders for the specific foundations, but I don't go by that because I know how I want my skin to look. So if I would have went with a powder that is suggested for my foundation, then I think it would have been like a little too dark, and I want this area to be brightened. So now I'm just going to take a sponge like this. These are the little sponges you can buy from like Walgreens or CVS, and I'm going to dip this into the powder. And then I'm going to just apply that to where I applied the concealer. So now I'm just going to let this bake. And while I'm letting it bake, I'm going to put the lash glue on my lashes and apply those. And then what I'm going to do is take my Fenty Beauty matchstick in Espresso and use that to contour. Okay, now I'm going to take my Black Radiance powder in Black Coffee, and I'm just going to put that over my contour. I'm going to add some blush, and this is Raizin by MAC. And I'm just going to place that like over my contour. And I'm going to use a highlighter. This is my favorite highlighter. This is the Bronze Glow by Bobbi Brown. Last, I'm going to take my MAC lip pencil in the color Chestnut and line my lips. Okay, so I'm going to be using two different lip colors, and the first one is Pink Pearl. And I think, oh, this is a Revlon lipstick, so I'm going to use this first. And then I'm going to take Dulce Carmelo, and this is a Milani lipstick, and it's kind of like a sheer lipstick that I'm just going to put on top. And last, I'm going to take my MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus Spray, and this is in matte. So I'm just going to shake it up and then apply this all over my face. Okay, you guys, so this is the finished look. This is the look that I had in my previous video. If you have any questions or any comments, make sure you leave them down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.